Your dog curls up on the couch. It eats soft food from a clean bowl. It gets attention, comfort, toys, and a warm place to sleep. But ancient dogs lived in a very different world. A world without dog beds, without vet care, without packaged food, without a life built around comfort. And that raises a surprising question. Were ancient dogs really just older versions of today's pets? Or were they something much tougher? The truth is, ancient dogs were not shaped by luxury. They were shaped by survival. The first dogs were living much closer to humans, but they were still closer to the wild than the pets we know now. They had to deal with harsh weather, uncertain food, danger from other animals, and a life where every day mattered. That alone changed everything. Ancient dogs were generally more wolf-like in build. Their faces were often longer. Their jaws were stronger. Their bodies were built for endurance, not for cuteness. They did not come in the huge range of shapes we see today. There were no tiny pocket dogs and no extreme body types created by modern breeding. Most ancient dogs were somewhere in the middle. Practical, functional, made for work and survival. Today's dogs are different because humans changed them. Over thousands of years, people bred dogs for specific jobs. Some were bred to hunt, some to guard, some to herd, some simply to be companions. That is why modern dogs look so wildly different from one another. A Chihuahua and a Great Dane do not look like the same animal because human selection kept pushing them in different directions. Ancient dogs had not been pushed that far yet. They were still closer to the original dog form, stronger in some ways, less specialized in others. Another major difference was food. Ancient dogs did not eat the soft, balanced meals many dogs eat today. They likely ate scraps, bones, leftover meat, tougher food, and whatever they could get from human settlements or the surrounding land. That means their jaws and teeth had to work harder. Modern dogs often live on easy, processed food designed for health and convenience. Ancient dogs had to earn every bite, and that affects the body. A hard life builds a different kind of animal. One of the most interesting things about ancient dogs is that they show how early domestication worked. Humans were not instantly creating perfect pets. At first, the relationship was likely practical. Dogs may have helped with alerting humans to danger, cleaning up scraps, or staying near camps because it was safer than being alone. Humans got a useful animal. Dogs got access to food and protection. It was not yet the soft, emotional relationship we often imagine today. It was cooperation. Slowly, over many generations, that cooperation changed both species. Dogs became more tolerant of humans. Humans became more attached to dogs, and the relationship deepened. But ancient dogs were still living much closer to the edge. They were not pampered. They were not carefully protected from every risk. Many probably had shorter lives. Many probably faced hunger, disease, injury, and rough conditions. That makes them very different from modern pets that live indoors, sleep on furniture, and are treated like family members. Modern dogs are also far more diverse because of selective breeding. Humans chose certain looks and traits again and again. That created small dogs, giant dogs, short-legged dogs, long-bodied dogs, fluffy dogs, sleek dogs, and many more. Ancient dogs did not go through that kind of extreme transformation. They were more natural in shape, more balanced, more suited to general survival. So when people ask how ancient dogs were different from today's dogs, the answer is not just appearance. It is lifestyle. Ancient dogs lived in a world of uncertainty. Today's dogs live in a world of protection. Ancient dogs were shaped by hunger, danger, and work. Today's dogs are shaped by care, breeding, and companionship. Ancient dogs were part animal, part partner, and still very close to the wild. Today's dogs are often fully dependent on humans in a way ancient dogs never were. That does not make modern dogs weaker. It just makes them different. In fact, the modern dog is one of the clearest examples of how deeply humans can reshape another species. What started as a survival partnership turned into one of the closest relationships in the animal world. So the next time you look at a sleepy dog on a sofa, remember this. Its ancestors did not live like that. They lived in a harder world. A world where loyalty, instinct, and survival mattered every single day. And from that world came the dogs we know now. If this video made you see dogs differently, subscribe for more stories like this. And comment which dog fact surprised you the most.